cousin, he was like at 8 years old, he was the ideal man, and he got married. And I was so hurt and stunned. He didn't wait for me, but I rallied and I made them a cake in my easy bake oven.
Oh,
I remember.
that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got mine too, so.
Oh, that's for me. Okay. Yes, there's.
Make sure it's silent. Everybody, make sure your phones are silent. I'll get the judge in just a moment.
The exhibits are back up on the judge's desk if y'all need them.
Then the next thing is he had turned off. The next thing is he had catching hysterical. Calms her down. They walk back up the driveway. And she's kind of calmed down. You can see everybody around, no handcuffs on. You can see next to. But he's talking to, I can't hear what you're saying, you can kind of see him off in the. That's a big thing.
All rise. Superior Court of Henry County now in session. The Honorable Arch McGarity presiding.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. Shouldn't be anything we need to do without calling out our first witness unless somebody's raising their hand.
Yes, Your Honor, I am raising my hand.
All right.
I wanted to put on the record, Your Honor, last night I was contacted by Officer Phillips, who testified yesterday. If you recall, he is currently the canine officer. He was the officer who testified that he took Mr. Baker inside to get the dog and get the dog out of the garage. He also testified to other things, but he was the witness where the defense put in his report, that officer. He contacted me last night, asked me to contact him. I called him. He said, guess what I found? And I said, what, the body cam? He found his body cam. He and I had talked about it before. It was a personal body cam. It's in his report that he had a body cam on. We did not have the body cam. Therefore, I'm assuming the defense did not have the body cam. I had asked him before when we were preparing for the motions, hey, can you see if you can find that? He indicated that he had turned it into property and evidence. It should be in there. I went through everything that we had. I didn't have it. I had indicated to him, hey, see if you can find that. I know it was 4 years ago, but see if you can find that. He indicated to me that he had looked, hadn't found it. He found it last night. He went home and he found it in a junk drawer on an external hard drive. And so he brought it to me this morning at 8:30. I made a copy of it and I just turned it over to defense counsel.
When you say you found the body cam, you're talking about he found a video.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not the actual body.
Not the actual, I'm sorry, yes, to be clear, yes, he found the video. They are in like 3-minute snippets. I don't know if that's just how it records or that's how it comes, but they're in about 3-minute snippets, and there are multiple snippets. You can basically right-click and then turn it into, as soon as one ends, the next one begins. And so as I was copying that this morning, I watched it. It's in totality maybe about a half hour long, maybe-ish. I don't know the exact number, but they're pretty small clips. And so I've given that to defense counsel, and I wanted to put that on the record. He is still here.
I saw him out in the hall, one line was back.
I asked him to stay because obviously defense counsel is just getting this, and I'm letting the court know I just got this, and he just found this. So I wanted to be very clear, and in case there were any concerns or issues, I asked him to stay since it was getting close to 9:30.
Yeah, Mr. Rudy, no.
Good morning,
Yeah,
Judge.
what? Who's gonna respond to this one?
I guess we can both respond in part, only because, Ms. Rudy is still handling, this motion, in its totality, obviously, and I know that we've got, Lieutenant McCoy?
Sergeant.
Sergeant, sorry about that, right? Yes. Sergeant McCoy that still has to finish his testimony. So, I will leave it up to Ms. Rudy because we don't know what, is on the video, and I don't know if that will shape some of her questions, to, Sergeant LaCroix or not. So I don't know if it is a good time now for us to be able to watch it and make that determination, or if you want us to get started with Sergeant LaCroix. I would hate to have to bring him back and revisit topics because we haven't done this yet. And if it is the court's pleasure for us to obviously be able to do it, none of us has seen it, including Mr. Baker. Obviously, he needs to see it as well. And so I would certainly give her an opportunity to respond. But yes, based on what Mr. Noodle has said, she got it. She gave it to us this morning. I think you've seen it. I think you said maybe kind of quickly, but seen it nonetheless, and we just haven't. And so again, I don't want to speak for Ms. Rudy in terms of how that's going to color what she plans on doing for cross-examination.
And that's correct, Your Honor. I have seen, there are a couple of parts that I kind of skipped through just because it was just kind of standing around. So I can say that I've generally seen almost the whole thing, but I did skip a couple of parts just as it was copying and I was kind of skimming through.
Let me ask this, if you want it as an exhibit?
I have not, Your Honor.
Well, it thought occurred to me, since we have the officer here, he's already been put under oath, we can bring him back to the stand and have him identify what it is. I mean, he provided it to you.
He did.
And if there are any questions about how it came about, you could ask those questions without even seeing the video. It wouldn't matter whether it was a video of anything of relevance or not. The fact that it's either admissible or not, you had custody of it. If y'all want to go into all that, if you rather wait, my only concern is we've got one officer who's no longer among the living, that's as much involved in this, Officer Reed, and of course, being in the business they're in, it's a high-risk business. And we might very well lose Officer Phillips if the foundation is laid for admissibility, and then I don't rule on admitting it until y'all have a chance to review it, or not admitting it, whatever the case may be, and then we don't have the foundation issue. That's already made. If it gets admitted, it gets admitted. If it doesn't get admitted, it doesn't get admitted. But then y'all might look at it and, well, nothing here, but just whatever it is.
Judge, it is difficult. I definitely understand and agree with the court that we want to make sure that when we have people here, that things are admitted in evidence so that we all have the benefit of them being part of the record. The only concern that I have, Judge, is for me to be able to say yes or no whether I object to it. I just haven't seen it. It could be, yeah. So, Judge, I think that what... You
don't have to say yes or no. You can tender it, and I'll say, I'm not going to admit or deny, and give you the opportunity to file to make an objection after you view it.
Yeah, and maybe we very well may not.
The foundational issues taken care of.
I agree, Judge. So I think that it would be fine with the defense for us to bring them in, have it marked, have him identify it.
Right.
Ms. Venuto can go ahead and tender it. We can hold off on actually the court issuing a ruling about admissibility until we've had a chance to take a look at it. After it's been tendered, I would ask if we have a chance to just use that room we can view it, and then, Judge, I think my preference would be to hold off on continuing with Detective LaCroix until, if there's other questions for Officer Phillips, let's deal with those, complete Officer Phillips, and then we can come back to Detective LaCroix. I don't necessarily like switching from witness to witness like that. However, I don't know, because I haven't seen it, whether or not there are questions that I would have for Detective LaCroix based off of what's on the video. So I would hate to either go down the wrong path or miss a question or something. So I would prefer to deal with Officer Phillips and then come back to Detective LaCroix if the court's
Basically, what
amenable.
you want is at least 30 minutes to look at it.
Yes.
We postpone everything for looking at the video. It's not your fault, I'm not mad at y'all. It's not your
Yeah,
business.
Judge,
This happens all the time, and I'm sure it's in other counties just as much as this county. And this is an older case too, so that has to be taken into consideration. It's a personal body cam, not a, sheriff's department body cam or police department body cam. So, not like somebody who was out there, it's testimony given yesterday that was believed, and I believe it was Phillips that had a body cam of his own. And that's the first we I heard of it. Didn't know they even bought it, I don't know. Anyway, if we do that, it means we're gonna have LaCroix sitting out there doing nothing, but I've no sense in excusing him because a 30-minute video view is 30-minute video view. By the time he gets anywhere else, starts working on anything else, he's back here again. So I would suggest that we make sure that we go ahead, do you have a device to view it?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Let's go ahead and go in the jury room, set that up, take a look at it. Tell Officer LaCroix and Officer Phillips to hang with us until we have the opportunity to look at it. This is the best way to do it, I think.
Now, considering that Mr. Baker also
He
needs
needs
to
to be able to look at it.
Okay.
I mean, he was elected, and I believe so, right, president at the time all this took place. So yes, if he's on there, he needs to be able to view it.
Yes.
And then viewing it later. All right?
Okay. We will go to the button.
They'll be in the jury room. Okay.
Okay, yes, sir. I'm looking for you.
Should we carry anything?
I know this way.
Just make it work.
We got
You got grits, we'll go get some breakfast.
Come on, take notes of everything. Yeah, we go get it. I'm not even thinking about it.
We had these for 30 minutes, and we'll put my timer on.
Thank you, Judge.
All right?
Time 9:43 that we get off.
Thank you.
And I put yesterday's exhibits back up in for you in case you need to refer to them.
That's what they did last time. They don't have to check it. They don't have to check it. You come through the window, you let it hit the ground. In other words, that's what it's all the first one. You let it get up, it doesn't happen. Okay? That's what it's ridiculous. That he's gonna jump out. If he does jump out the window, he is not gonna land. He's not gonna happen. That's if you want to run around, that's fine. So someone outside there. If y'all do it out here by yourself, lock the courtroom, there's nothing gonna be recorded. Anything wrong with that?
Stay or go? Thank you.
But in the most loving way.
That's fine. I'm one of those people that won't see or go.
The job out there, I will charge a lot of money for it, it's not gonna happen.
30 minutes to.
They're gonna have, once they get started, they gotta have 30 minutes to get it right.
Right.
So we'll have a clear courtroom, so those doors, nobody's coming in and going out of it.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll lock it once everybody.
Okay,
Folks, we're gonna clear the courtroom for about 30 minutes so they can watch the video.
See if there's something with this one. I'm
Make
gonna
yourself
say,
comfortable out there.
Because I copied them one right
It'll be,
outside.
it'll probably be 30 or 40 minutes.
And so the live stream.
Will you switch out? Because it's, yeah.
might be.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Oh, I have an
Yesterday, I thought that was on, then it turned green, and then I went, maybe that's.
Right, when it turned green, I was like, oh.
Here you go.
Where's
Just
the
play it safe.
Discover it. That's what I do at home. When I get up there right in front of my computer, I'm gonna see it, be wearing shorts. I just cover it up.
I was gonna say, well, there should be a little slide.
I was pretty sure of it.
Oh, the recording.
Okay. All right, that's good, that's perfect. Don't forget to get off.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, I was back there.
Yeah.
Missing one. Suppose we're gonna have to figure out some way to admit it into evidence, because obviously the easiest thing to do is admit it. The disc, we'll have to sort
Is
that.
he all right? I looked at him like,
Yeah.
I mean, well, he's fine.
Alright.
I totally.
Okay, so that's it. Why didn't it do it? Okay, so. Alright, so. Is it a package?
Why did you say something?
Alright, it's saying it doesn't have room. Why doesn't it have room?
Technology just did.
Yeah, technology. Oh, it keeps telling me that it's on there because it keeps saying skip it because it's got the same thing on there already. So I don't know.
So that was. As the judge said, not trouble, I'm not sure that we get very far. It would be very easy to catch me. With the broken leg, I forget not to do the right leg. He would shut it, because that's just like, this will never want to know. I'm not jumping up the window. Oh my gosh, I thought you were. See, my no break. Are you on it?
Okay. So it's not. It's telling me it's already on there, but it's obviously not. When I go to do this, right, like that, and then I go to burn to disk, it says it's already there, but it's obviously not, right?
Okay.
And so I say, okay, skip that, and it goes through and it does that, and then I open the disk. And it's all there is on there, but why it won't actually burn it to the disk, and I don't know why. Because it won't let me click there now. Right? That's why it keeps telling me it's there, but. Let's go back to reopen it. Still nothing on there. Do you guys have an external hard drive that I could copy it to?
I might have a flash. How big is
A
the
flash drive?
file?
Or it's
Yeah.
it's not. It's like 2 point something, yeah, or a flash drive or something.
Which is, oops, sorry, I'm sorry. Just like pushing the thing, that would get my attention. And so, yeah.
See if it will.
PDFs on there, but I think that's it. Should be fine.
Okay, so I did copy it here. Let's do this. be,
These are
it
all
says it's blank.
right at the back.
Very nice.
Need to change. I don't wanna leave it there or mad. I'm happy to give you a opinion.
And then it takes a
Okay.
while. And this is what it did in my office.
Yeah.
Like it took, I don't want to say forever, but
Right.
it took a
A minute,
long
yeah.
time. And as I was trying to watch it, as I was copying it, it kept stuttering because I could hear the disc
Oh,
spinning.
yeah.
So that's why I'm like, it should be on there.
It's thinking about it.
Yeah, it took it a minute. Let me call Terrence and see if he can bring me an external or a flash drive.
And then I was giving out your glasses, and I did not want to leave you on that.
I had a mask.
Debbie, you need a fresh mask?
No, this is a fresh mask. I have like 6 of these. And so I just wash them in hot water and
You can turn it over.
they go for the end of the week. Thank you though.
Really, we're, and breast cancer.
Well, definitely October.
So, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna accept it because it's gonna go in his face. So. But I do bring
Hey,
extras, you know.
So the discs that I just copied, they're blank. It won't copy to a disc. It's telling me it's already on there, but apparently it's not. I'm in the courtroom. Can you just grab like an 8 gig flash drive and I'll just put it on here? I was able to copy it to I copied it to my desktop or to my laptop. And then from there, I copied it onto the discs. And it took quite some time to copy it on 2 different discs. But neither disc shows it on there. And so when I try to copy it again, it tells me, no, it's already on there. And so I'm like, what the you know, what the bleep? So I am now copying. Yeah, I mean, well, and when I say burn to disk, it says it's already, there's a file on there already with that name on it. But then when I check the disks, they're empty. So if you can grab an 8 gig flash drive, come on in, and then show me what I'm doing. I mean, I've done it, 8,000 times. I did it the same way I do every other time. So you know how it comes up with the option of, do you want it to be formatted this way or this way? I don't know. So I just want to have a copy to tender into evidence. And I can't get it on the disk, so I'm going to try a flash drive. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Okay. He's like, are you sure you did it correctly? Well, obviously I did not. I thought I did, but obviously, no.
So that video camera's still picking up audio and it's still broadcasting.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. That's why I look at that.
Oh.
Because I want to be.
That's what I thought was going to happen. I said that when we were back, remember? I thought you could use it.
Well, then you can just look at it.
61% there, it says.
So what's that?
It says it's 61% there. But this is what it did in my office. So I thought it was on here.
No, I definitely know that happens, and it looks like it's fine, and it takes forever, and then
And then it did it not once, but twice. Not only did I not make you a copy, I didn't make you a copy.
yeah, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't the one that was, for some reason, our computer was trying to format it and it was fine, so we stopped that, and then I was like, okay, let me try this other computer, and then even with the other discs.
Yeah, no. So it hopefully my investigator is going to come over and say, are you sure you did it right? Well, obviously I did not do it right. But it's,
for ministry.
Did it?
Yes. So I saw.
Well, it says it's on there. Yep, that's wrong. Let me make sure.
In June, and they said they were, yeah.
Yes. Okay.